Follow the incredible journey of the Sanibel Lighthouse from its inception to its location today. A path that was not a straightforward one. Be sure to hang on to the end for some incredible views and a twist in the tale. This episode is brought to you by the wonderful supporters and sponsors of the Sanibel Captiva Guide. I will list them below. Please show them some love on your next trip to the islands. The Sanibel Captiva Guide. Let us show you the things to do, places to stay, history of the islands and hidden gems that only the locals know about. Subscribe to the sancapguide.com to make your dream visit to Sanibel and Captiva, Florida, a reality. Good morning. As you travel onto the Sanibel Island Causeway, cast your gaze to the left across the sparkling water of San Carlos Bay. In the distance you will catch a glimpse of the historic Sanibel Lighthouse. Its flashing beacon of light has been guiding mariners and welcoming visitors since 1884. Let me take you way back and tell you the hard-fought tale of how the Sanibel Lighthouse came to be, and I promise you, you'll want to hold on to the end for an intriguing twist in the story. Stick with me. In 1831, a group of New York investors dubiously acquired the title to Sanibel. They called their venture the Florida Land Company. In 1833, the investors petitioned the US government for approval for a lighthouse. The Florida Land Company plans for settlement would never come to fruition, so the lighthouse proposal was forgotten. 23 years later, due to increased boat traffic in the area, another petition for a lighthouse was filed on December the 10th, 1856. This appeal was stonewalled and never transpired. Finally, 50 years after the very first petition, Congress appropriated $50,000 to construct the Sanibel Lighthouse. A contract was signed on August 29, 1883 with the Phoenix Iron Company, based in Phoenixville, Pennsylvania. Construction on the metalwork began in the factory in early 1884. At the same time, construction of a 160-foot long T-dock was started off the tip of Sanibel to receive the delivery of the long-awaited lighthouse. In mid-1884, the delivery day had come. The Martha M. Heath was the sailing schooner that transported the lighthouse. Just 2 miles from Sanibel, the boat hit a shoal and ran aground, and the contents of the Martha M. Heath fell into the Gulf of Mexico. Lighthouse tenders were quickly dispatched from Key West to start a recovery mission. A hard hat diver was able to retrieve all but 2 small gallery brackets. Fortunately, the lost pieces were able to be remanufactured by a company in New Orleans. Finally, the lighthouse was erected and began flashing on August 20th, 1884, under the watchful eye of lighthouse keeper Dudley Richardson. Now for the twist in the story. Aboard that very same sailing schooner were parts for a second identical lighthouse, the Cape San Blas Lighthouse, which was bound for Port St. Joe in the Florida Panhandle. This sister lighthouse was also recovered at the same time from the waters of Sanibel and soon headed north. Construction was delayed not only by an outbreak of malaria among the workers, but also a severe drought. On June 30th, 1885, the tower was finally lit. Unfortunately, this was not the end of the Cape San Blas trouble. 30 years later, in 1918, due to beach erosion, the lighthouse was moved 1,857 feet inland and was relit on January 22nd, 1919. And 95 years later, on July 15th, 2014, it was moved once again, when 3 cranes lifted it off of its foundation and lowered it onto a flatbed semi to move it 12.3 miles to its present home at George Core Park. The wonderful thing about the Cape San Blas Lighthouse is that you're able to tour the inside. Tickets can be purchased at one of the historic lighthouse keepers' cottages, and then you're able to do a leisurely, self-guided tour climbing up the inside spiral staircase to a magnificent view. Visit capesanblaslight.org for current hours and admission price. I hope you enjoyed learning about the history of the Sanibel Lighthouse and her twin sister, the Cape San Blas Lighthouse. It is reassuring that each is on the National Register of Historic Places, and we will be able to continue visiting and paying tribute to these steadfast, welcoming beacons of light. My name is Nick Adams. Come and join me on the next one. Before we go, I would like to thank those who made this video possible. Spoondrift Island Bowls, GatorBites Tail and Ale, and Breakaway Vacation Properties. If you would like to get involved and become a supporter or sponsor of this channel, we would love to hear from you. Please like, subscribe and hit the notification bell to be reminded when we release new content. Also, don't forget to check out the sandcapguide.com. Have a good one. Thanks for joining us. My name's Nick Adams. Come and join me on the next one.